Well, for you new folks and you returning folks, I'm going to check again. Today's the 11th of April, and um, I am going to go out and check my Varroa Mite tacky board. It's been about 2 weeks since I checked it last. But what's really cool was that for the first time, I had zero Varroa Mite count. Whereas when I first started my process, well, I'm sure it was more than 200. It was so many I stopped counting Varroa mites in my drop board. That was only after a couple of days. So there's one thing for us beekeepers to understand, and that is the cycle of the Varroa mite. They have a life cycle that they can live up to 2 months or sometimes even longer. So once you get a buildup of Varroa mites in your hive, and that cycle is going on, that life cycle of the Varroa mites is going on, you're going to continue to see dead Varroa mites no matter what you do, probably. Well, unless you smoke them, unless you kill them outright. But you're going to continue to see dead Varroa mites if they're not under control all the time. Every day. You'll see them every day. I had my Varroa mites, my infection went on for, I don't know, 6 months. So before I decided I was going to have to rescue my hive. And so I watch those Varroa mites drop. I'd go out and check. Sometimes I'd pull the panel the next day, put another panel in, pull another one, hundreds every day. And so when I put my 8-inch cloth screen in there with a divider from the bottom board, so it doesn't have a bottom board. The bottom board actually in my beehive is the 8-inch cloth screen. So I don't have a bottom. That is the bottom board. So when those Varroa mites going through their life cycle were dropping through that screen, they were going through the normal life cycle. They were just getting old and dying, and those were the ones that were in the bottom of the ones that were on my tacky board. Those were the old mites that through the life cycle, dropping and building up, and that it was just that infested with mites, my hive. And so as the weeks went by, when I started powder shaking, at first I didn't see no change. I was still getting hundreds. After the first couple weeks or 3 weeks, I was still getting hundreds every time I checked my board. But as the weeks went by and I kept powder shaking once a week, I noticed a precipitous drop in mite count. All the way down to where the last 2-3 times I checked it, I was only getting 5 to 10. Those were probably mostly old ones that had died. Maybe, who knows where the bees picked them off from the powder shaking. Who knows? I don't know. And so the last time, I'm getting ready to pull that one where I had zero count the last time I checked, which was about 2 weeks ago. I'm getting ready to pull for the first time since then when I had a zero count. I'd be really surprised if I don't see some. That would be, we're going to always have Varroa mites. They're here to stay. And so beekeeping means beekeeper. You got to keep your bees. You got to go out there and make sure that they're okay all the time. Check on them all the time. Make sure there's nothing nefarious going on. Now, there's also this story about bees attacking people with black, or attacking black things. I heard a lot about that. And here's why. If a beehive is under attack by some sort of predator, and that predator has a dark color to it. It could be a bear, it could be a raccoon, it could be anything. It could be a black dragonflies. Anything that's black that's attacking or it could even be black hornets, or got the black stripes, or black wasps had the black stripes. So anything that's black that is attacking the hive, they are more likely to attack anything else that's got black on it. Thinking, oh, here it comes again. Oh, no, get it now. And so it's about understanding why they're responding to something, not that they are. So what I focus on is, okay, I seen that. Why did that happen? I'm gonna figure that out. Maybe I can stop it from happening. Right? So what we're gonna do here today is go see what the count is. I'll be so shocked if it's 0. I mean, I almost feel like last time, because last time it was in there for 2 weeks before I pulled it, and it was 0. What? Say what? I mean, these bees, they pick up these Varroa mites from other bees. So I got other colonies, backyard people colonies. They got 1 or 2 hives in their backyard, kind of spotted around my neighborhood, and some of them have Crinola, the black bees, and so and the Italian. So it's a kind of a mix in my neighborhood. My broccoli sprouts. I'll be having some of those for dinner tonight. I started those about 5 days ago, maybe. They grow slower in the house in the wintertime, because I keep it around, I don't know, 58 to 62 in the house. That's just, I get really busy, and I start to sweat really hard when it's warm in the house. When it's cool, I can just take off my coat, When I start to sweat, working out or doing whatever I'm doing in the house, and I'm right as rain in no time. Right? Okay, so I'm gonna go do this. I wear black most times when I'm checking my hive. All black. I'm all black today. I'm like this almost every day when I go out there, all dressed in black, and I haven't had one single bee try to sting me. They're landing all over me. I got this big black coat that I wear, when it's cold outside. In fact, I'll be having that on in a minute. And I've never had one single bee sting my black coat. So it's about not knowing that they're doing something, right? But understanding why that they're doing it. That's where I go. That bee just stung me. Why did that bee sting me? What did I do that put myself in a position to get stung? Now I'm going to tell you another story here in a minute. Let's go change this tacky board.